It was 1865 when newly freed slaves made their way from surrounding plantations to Houston to begin lives as freed people. The streets paved with bricks they made. The area where they settled was in the 4th Ward along the southern edge of Buffalo Bayou, where whites chose not to settle because of the swampy land. Those freed slaves turned that land into a thriving community of their own. Doctors, lawyers, ministers, blacksmiths, you name it. But through the years, time has taken a toll. Since 1985, when a 40-block area was designated National Register of Historic Places, more than 500 of the 568 structures have been demolished, more than a half dozen churches gone, left behind homes with history and lots to say, including the home of Rutherford B.H. Yates and the Printing Museum that recognizes his groundbreaking role in printing and publishing in those early days. And there's so much more. Dr. Theophilus Harrington is the chairman and president of the Rutherford B.H. Yates Museum. Catherine Roberts, co-founder and on the board of directors. Good morning to both of you. And Dr. Harrington, I want to ask you first, what's the specific purpose of the Rutherford B.H. Yates Museum and your immediate goals and how much money you think it's going to take?
The Rutherford B. Yates Museum mission is to promote preservation, education, archaeology, and research, focusing on the African diaspora, and particularly looking at homesteads in Freemanstown. And we are basically trying to focus on the Freemanstown history and the Gulf Coast region and how it connects with the other parts of the world related to the African diaspora. The specific goals that we are promoting is to try to make Freemanstown, with our properties as a part of it, kind of international destination. I guess the ultimate objective will be to try to promote Freemanstown as a destination point that will have UNESCO World Heritage Site. That's the vision we have, that we hope that others will begin to envision. And we want to protect and preserve and restore historic structures that will, show what resilience is about, what the courage is about in the midst of struggling people who have a great heritage to present to the world.
So you have homes that you're trying to redo and everything. You got a campaign. How much money are you trying to raise in this campaign to make this happen?
We have done a financial feasibility study that was conducted by Knight Philanthropic Services, and we are now at the pre-planning stage of that effort. And the campaign that we are looking at, we are currently estimating will probably take us about $7 million for the first part of that campaign over a 3-year period. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of work to be done, and after that, we'll launch another campaign.
Catherine, you've been on this thing from the very beginning. Try to talk about why you're so passionate about trying to get people to understand the history represented by those buildings and bricks and why they need to be preserved.
I came into this because of Ola Yates McCullough, who was a descendant of Freemanstown. And she represented the story to me that people really don't have an opportunity to learn about in the textbook. This was a population that represents American history, an uncomfortable time in American history of a population of freed, but still marginalized people after the end of slavery. These freed families built their own community. They built their own churches and schools. They were determined. They had the skills to do the work, and they had this determination. So each house represents the struggles and their accomplishments, and the accomplishments were phenomenal.
Catherine,
these are heroes.
Talk about what needs to be done now. What still needs to be done in Freemanstown? I'm amazed, by the way. I see rose bushes in that area that are legacy bushes from 100 years ago that are there, and still the buildings are coming along. What more still needs to be done there?
A great deal. We every day we find that the hurricane season is upon us. We stabilize the structures. We have 6 historic structures. We hope to acquire 2 more. The 6 historic will become museums to different professions to recognize the accomplishments of the freedmen. Health and Business Museum, and Museum to Legal Professions and the Archaeology Field School Laboratory, and more.
But
they all need some serious major restoration work. We've done a great deal of stabilizing, and we have one completed, Yates Printing Museum. The others are on their way with thousands of hours of restoration.
And I'm going to put all that information on my website as well. Dr. Harrington, very quickly, we've got 30 seconds left. What's the best way that people can join in helping you in this cause?
The best way is to help us promote the legacy of African American history of great residents who have a footprint in Freemanstown by, I guess, looking at this as a place to visit, looking at this place as a place to contribute funds, and looking at this as a place that they would like to protect and pass on.
I'm going to make sure I put all the information from the website. There's some great videos of what's going on. If you haven't been there, you got to go and just, if you haven't been there, make a point to go there. I'm going to put all the information about the museum on my website. Dr. Harrington, Catherine Roberts, thank you for being a part of this conversation this morning. We look forward to you being successful in that $7 million project going on. We need to get more than $7 million. Don't stop at 7. Let's go for more than that. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you so much.